What's going on, John from PokeKom TCG? We're actually changing it from PokeKom Collects to PokeKom TCG because we're getting started on TCG Player. I'm going to do another video about that. This one's going to be about some market updates and my thoughts on some of these products today. We're going to be covering some SIRs and some sealed product from Scarlet Violet, and I'll give you some thoughts on stuff that I'm looking forward to pick up too later on. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we got the Umbreon EX. I thought the boom was back, guys. We see 939 is the lowest seller for the direct program, but we got an 822. What happened? I guess the crash is here. So I'm dropping $100 almost. What is that? Let me see. 1 month. Let's see. Let's go to 1 month. 942 down to 822 in 2 days, 3 days. All right. I love it. I love to see it. So you can get your lowest listed here. Chinese graded 939, but I think you can probably get it lower soon. I think some of these prices might change. I think it might have gotten, let's see, 7 there. Some of those lower listed might have got sold out enough to bring it down to this price. So I think we might see some sideways trading on the Umbreon for a little bit on TCG Player. You're probably going to see a lot of deals in person at this price because a lot of people have been seeing it at this price. So if you can get it around that price, probably a little bit lower, I would try to. Some people might be holding on to those for a little bit, but like I said, I thought the boom was here. I thought I was going to get proven wrong here. I thought it was going to go back up. Probably hit 1,000. If it would have hit 1,000, I probably would have said we're still in the boom. But with it dropping back down $100 almost overnight, I'm gonna say that's crazy. That's crazy. I think we're dying here a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe it will spike back up whenever somebody buys these. We will see. All right, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. This one's came down too over the last couple days. I've been watching this one 411 straight down to 388. So like I said, we'll just keep watching these ones. I could see these two with some more prints coming out. I could see these two coming down some more. Probably especially the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. I really do think the Destined Rivals FOMO might be coming to an end soon. Basing it off of this right here, I think Destined Rivals FOMO might be coming to an end soon, guys. But lowest listed here, you can get it Korean. So Gold Star Seller 394, lowest from a non-Gold Star is 393. But from TCG Direct is 394, market price is 388. So you can probably pick them up a little bit cheaper at a show. But I digress. Let's move on. All right, Charizard EX from 151. Now, I called this one whenever it was going down. I said if it got down below the 230 mark that it would probably drop down more. But I was wrong. And sometimes I don't mind being wrong. But I will admit it when I'm wrong. But I'm actually not even seeing the 3 month. When was that? Oh, that's why. Because over a month ago. Anyway. So it's coming back down though. We saw it hit the 265, 264. And came down to 250. What is that? 255. So I think the low for it, I think it's at a 250 mark. I think whenever the new low for it is 250, it went below it. And people didn't like that. So I think it might stay around 250. It could drop a little bit if we don't see another reprint, which I really don't think we are going to see another reprint of 151. I can see this slowly start ticking up. I do kind of like the Charizard. I wish it, like, he's looking up, so that's why he's short necked. But it's a pretty card. Is it one of my favorite Charizard cards? Probably not. But let's see. Lowest listing 238 from a Gold Star is 256. So 256 from a Gold Star, 257, and 280 from the lowest TCG Direct player. So I like the card. I think it's going to do good. If you can pick it up for lower than, let's see what the highest was in the boom, 303. So if you can pick it up for less than 303, I say that's a good deal. Go ahead, pick this up if you want to. Not a bad buy for the future hold. All right, next up, we got Mew EX from Paldean Fates. It's been just slowly dropping over the last 3 months. Not as quick as some of the other cards. Last month, it's kind of been dipping. I think it's trying to find that price point of where we like it at for this state of the market. But 486, I don't think that's too bad for a chase card. Let's see what it got up to over the year. It got all the way up to almost $700. So you are picking this one up for 220, 210. Yeah, 210, $210 off from the high. So if you're fine with picking it up if you were fine with picking it up at this price, you're definitely fine with picking it up at that price. Now, I don't tell you how to spend your money, but you can get it here, lowest listed, for $474 from a non-Gold Star seller and $495 from a Gold Star seller. I do think the Bowman will do good in the future because it got a nickname. Me personally, I wish that they would have taken the scene directly from the movie, not had the background, had like the forest around them, and not made them shiny. I think the card would have done a little bit better. Now I know how damn face it's just baby shinies, so we got the baby shiny. It's still a good card. It's gonna do good in the future. If you can find a clean version of it, clean 10, I would go ahead and pick it up still. Probably wait. I don't know if I'd wait a little bit longer. I don't see this card dropping much more. With the way how the market is at the moment. Now, whenever we do get into a bear market, then yes, I will say that this card will drop probably a little bit more, depending on what the new high becomes. But I'll digress and keep watching this one. Now we got the Pikachu from Surging Sparks. I thought this one was going to keep going down, and it kind of dipped up a little bit there, but it's still kind of around the 250 mark from the last time we talked about it, really. No, last time we talked about it was around 280. So yeah, it's still coming down. But from the 6-month high, let's double check the year. From the year at 468, came all the way down to 260, back up to 350, and now it's back down to 250. So we are seeing the lows again. Hopefully we can see some all-time lows, but 253, sitting at 258. It could be just like the Charizard. It was bouncing back up from the 250 mark. Surging Sparks, not 100% sure if we're getting reprints. I think these ones, stateside in the Pokemon machines, the vending machines, these ones were the last booster boxes to be put in there, I believe. I don't have them around me, so I don't know. Lowest listed, you can get it for $245 from a Gold Star seller or $240 from a non-Gold Star seller. Still 7,000 sales, 98%. Not bad. I mean, not bad. I personally, I don't like the card. I don't think this one for long term. I think because it is a Pikachu card, it will do good. But I think in the market right now, it's finding that it's not going to do good in the long term. I don't know. I mean, it is Pikachu from Surging Sparks. I don't think a lot of people like the crowns. I think if they did it without the crowns, it would have been fine. But that was what the gimmick was going on in the game, was the Terror crowns. So that's what they were using. But, I mean, if you like the card and you want the card, you can get it cheaper now than what you could before. So yeah, you can still get it for $100 off from the October high. So it's up to you. Get it if you like it. You can get it cheaper now than what you could before. Next up, Glaceon EX from Prismatic. Now, I do have a reason why I'm picking this one, because I'm going to go away a little bit from talking about the market into some of the pickups that I'm going to be looking for, and then we'll get back into some sealed. All right, but Prismatic Glaceon. We have it for $170 from the TCG Direct. $175 is market price. We see it coming straight down from the 3 months. Over the last month, it's done nothing but come down too. You could get it cheaper, $20, or you could get it $20 cheaper than what you could a month ago. Now we have the Japanese at 78, near mint, 170. It's the cheapest you can get it from a non-Gold Star seller, and 173 from a Gold Star seller. Now, I'm talking about this one because I think there's a better Glaceon card. And I think the only reason why we're seeing these prices on Prismatic is because of the pull rates. Yes, these packs are getting ripped to shreds, and we're not seeing much of these out there really. But I think as the year goes on, I think 2026 we're going to see the fall of Prismatic. I do. Now, I'm not saying for long term that these aren't good buys. For the short term, I think if you have them now, I'd probably think about maybe getting rid of them just to buy them again, because I think 2026 is going to be the fall of Prismatic. This being said, I think if you're looking for a better Glaceon card, I do think the Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery Glaceon is way better, and you can get it for cheaper. You can buy almost 3. Let me double check. You can buy 3 of these for the price of 1 of the other Glaceon. Look at this one. I think it looks way cleaner now. I know Crown Zenith was printed to shreds. Nobody likes it. Whatever. I think it's a better looking card. I think in the future people will be looking more so for this card versus the prismatic one. You can get it market price is 45. So like I said, you can get 3 of them for the price of one of the prismatics. If you're into that type of thing, I mean, I am. I would look at that. That's the type of plays I like to look for and speculate on. Now, like I said, prismatic probably will do good long term. I do think some of these cards from Crown Zenith will do good. Will probably do better than prismatic. But it's YouTube. It's my opinion. Who cares what I say anyway? But lowest listed you can get it for, I think I already covered it, but 42 bucks from a Gold Star seller. I might actually pick this one up whenever I get done with this video, but we'll see. Anyway, next up that I'm looking for is Blastoise from 151, $81. That's not bad. I know Blastoise doesn't have a lot of love compared to the Charizard, but we're seeing a big spike up in the last 3 months from 68 all the way up to 81. That is not bad. I think less than $100. Same with the Venusaur card. I'm not going to pull it up, but same with the Venusaur card. I think it's only around 75, probably around 80 bucks too now. I think those two are good pickups, especially whenever you can get both of these for less than the price of the Charizard. I mean, it just makes sense to me. 2 SIRs for less than $100. Well, 2 SIRs that are priced less than $100. You can't get them both for less than $100. But it's not bad. We got lowest listed around 81 from a Gold Star and $80 from a not Gold Star seller. I do think the Blastoise card is going to do good. I believe that the artist that did this one was also the one that did the Dark Blastoise. But yeah, so I think the Blastoise is going to do really good. And you can pick it up for less than $100. I don't think it's a bad buy. Now, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to buy, but I don't think it's a bad buy. I would personally buy this. All right, next up, we got the EV Pokemon Center. We're going to be talking about this one today because it is less than $100 and still dropping. It kind of leveled out here for the last couple of weeks, but I could see it coming down a little bit more. Actually, no, I'm going to retract that. I don't see it coming down much more because do you really think we're going to have another Pokemon Center reprint? Or do you think these exclusives that are down less than $100 could be a good pickup? Let me know in the comments if you think Pokemon Center is going to do another reprint of Prismatic. Only Prismatic, not the other ones, just because of the hype behind Prismatic. But with that being said, I do think that this could be a good buy. You can pick this one up instead of the regular ETB, or cheaper than the regular ETB. And I think in long term, if you like to collect singles for investments, Pokemon Center stamp will do better in the long term. You can pick it up for 64 from a non-Gold Star seller or 65.81 from a Gold Star seller. Like I said, do with what you want. I'm going to be looking for some clean copies after the shows just because I can probably get them cheaper than TCG Player. All right, next up, we got the Destined Rivals booster box. I said I'm going to be talking about some sealed. Yeah. Guys, what are we doing? Are we believing the hype that they're not going to reprint booster boxes and we're only getting collection boxes? Because we just saw Surging Sparks in the vending machines. This was printed after Surging Sparks. Come on, guys. Come on. I think it's going to come down. I think it's FOMO'd. Everybody wants Destined Rivals right now. I still don't understand the set. I think they could have picked different cards, different people, different Pokemon for the set. I just think it's FOMO right now. It's the first Team Rocket set in a while. They could have done better, in my opinion. I'm not mad because I didn't get it. I don't have a booster box. I don't even say that in the comments. I think after looking at the set, I think the set could have been better. And I do think it's FOMO right now. So 427, go ahead and buy it. I don't care. We had a spike up of 425 from 391 over the year. We started off at 350, came all the way down to 260, spiked up to 492, came down to 380, 370, and now we're going back up. I do think there's going to be another reprint of booster boxes. I don't think Pokemon is only printing collection boxes or other miscellaneous materials to get packs out. I think they're doing the way how they're going to do it. They're going to get the packs out, then they're going to do one more print, and then we're going to get some more booster boxes, and we're going to see these prices come down. Cheapest you can get it, though, is 420 of 433 from a Gold Star seller. So, like I said, just be patient with some of these things. I really do think Destined Rivals is going to come down. All right, next up, for less than $300, you can get the Scarlet Violet base set, which I don't think these are going to get printed again. Just because Surging Sparks was the last one in the vending machine, and this one came out before Surging Sparks. So common sense kind of tells me that they're probably not going to reprint these booster boxes. And I think the market has realized that because we had a big spike up from 218 all the way up to 252. Let's see what it was over the year. It is at all-time highs right now. At 246 was the high in September, all the way up from 143. So this set, I don't see it coming down. I'm not going to say anytime soon, but it just depends on the market. Because if we have another bear market, I do believe some of these sets that aren't much valued are going to see a bigger hit than some of the other ones. Booster box speaking, like Destined Rivals, yes, we might have a reprint of it, but even if we have a reprint of it, I don't think it's going to hit it that hard. I think a lot of people love the set and know the set is going to do good in the future. But for like these, like Scarlet Violet base and some of the other sets, I mean, you just got to look at the cards, do your own research, and think if that set's going to do good and if you will be able to sell it easier in the future if that is what your goal is for collecting. All right, next up, we do have the Destined Rivals ETB, the regular ETB, about to break 150. That's crazy, guys. I think the last one that we saw was Surging Sparks that got pretty high, but it came back down. So market price right now, 146. Be careful buying at these prices, guys. 140. You have the Gold Star Seller at 100%, 139 from someone that has one sale. Oh. Wow. $200 shipping. Anyway, so with this being said, at 149, let's go ahead and take a look at the other ETB that did the same thing. Surging Sparks. It did not get as high as Journey, or not Journey Together. It did not get as high as Destined Rivals, but it's doing the same thing. We got up to 113. Like I said, didn't get as high, but we got to 113. Spiked up. Spiked straight up. And then spiked straight down. So, like I said, be careful with Destined Rivals. I know a lot of people aren't going to sell their Destined Rivals off like they probably did Surging Sparks, but if we go see ETBs come back, which we will, we probably will see the same thing happen. I could be wrong. I'd rather be wrong, but yeah, I think we're going to see the same thing. Lowest listed is 65, and then from a Gold Star seller, you got it at 71 with $15 shipping. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in the market. Do you think some of these prices are going to keep dropping, or do you think some of the booster boxes are going to go up? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think we're going to have reprints. I think we're going to see some of the singles go up that are going out of print, and I think we're going to see some of the Scarlet Violet singles that are still in print and that are still new come down kind of quick. I don't know. I think $100 drop is pretty quick. So let me know in the comments, and we'll catch up with you next time. Have a good one.